The Islanders got their first back-to-back win in the month of December after beating the brakes off the Penguins 5-1 Tuesday night. New York Post Islanders beat writer Ethan Sears has Al's articles on the site, and he's here now. Let's talk about this dominating performance. They had a banged-up roster, but they were able to beat one of the NHL's best teams. Quite frankly, nice and simple. How'd they get it done last night, Ethan?
Well, Brendan, first of all, thanks so much for having me. Matthew Barzal called this maybe their best game of the season, and I think I might agree with that assessment. The Islanders, they held on to the puck, they were relentless on the forecheck, and they played north. It was an all-around, it was a fantastic effort. They outshot the Penguins 43-20, and they got rewarded for it with a 5-1 win.
All right, but they went 0 for 3 on the power play, and they're 0 for 25 in their past 8 games. Is that something that we should keep an eye on? Is it bad puck luck for now, and how do they turn it around?
Well, I do think it's something more than bad puck luck. 0 for 25 is a pretty significant number, and they've looked a little bit out of sorts at 5-on-4 recently. They've struggled at times to enter the zone. They've struggled to kind of move the puck around and just generate shots, generate rebounds. And they're capable of doing a little bit better there. It hasn't cost them so much in the last 2 games when they beat the Penguins last night, obviously, and they beat the Panthers 5-1 before Christmas. But it's cost them in some other games, and if it doesn't turn around soon, it'll keep costing them.
All right, it's going to keep costing them. Another thing that can keep costing them is the pile up on injuries. Oliver Wahlstrom left just 24 seconds into his first shift. This team is depleted with injuries. Is there any update on his status? That's first. And second, how can they overcome the injury bug?
Well, as of now, there's no update on Wahlstrom. We'll see when they practice later this morning if he's on the ice. And as to the other guys, they're also still missing Cal Clutterbuck, Kyle Palmieri, Adam Pelech, Simon Holmstrom, and Semyon Varlamov. It's a lot of injuries. There's really no getting around it. They've gotten some really timely good play from Hudson Fasching. They called up Atu Ratu, who's one of their top prospects, before the Florida game, and he's looked pretty good. So they've held it together all right, but it's hard to miss this many guys and keep it together for that long a period. And they're going to want to get some of these guys back. Especially Pelech, for example. Probably one of their best D-men. Varlamov, one of the best backup goalies in the league. And just the lineup as a whole it's a little depleted right now.
Yeah, it's a tight race in the Metro Division right now as well. So you want to get some of those key guys back. Ethan, thanks for joining us, my man.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Brandon.